interesting to meet new people from other groups, and I'm really enjoying working with them.
Well, first of all, like, we all went in and we were all like, we didn't know each other, so we were all kind of afraid to meet new people. But like, then she started making us like do exercise, and then we started like having a laugh and everything, so it was good. And then we, like, while we were doing stuff, we didn't know that this was going to be a dance, so we basically just made up the dance ourselves. That was something good to do as well.
It was a really interesting experience, the way that you seen it progress through the day. Like when we went in at like 11:30 or whenever we started, we basically had no clue what we were going to be doing for the whole day, but as you've seen, about 6, we had like the whole piece done and choreographed and all put together and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good experience.
I hope what the young people will get out of it is a chance to meet other people that work in the centre outside of their club and their group, a chance to experience a different art form in a way that they probably never thought possible. Some of the young people came in today and said, what kind of dance is this? And I really didn't have an answer for them other than it's going to be something you've never done before.
There's lots of different things for different people, but I think one of the things that dance gives people with disabilities is it's a really good non-verbal way of showing their equality and showing their power. And I think something that Mary actually said in an interview yesterday is that she feels that you can talk till you're blue in the face about equality for people with disabilities, but when you actually just see someone on stage in a wheelchair doing professional level contemporary dance, it just breaks down all the barriers. So I think that's one of their reasons for wanting to do it. I think on a physical level, they all feel like they've grown enormously, their movement range has grown, they've gotten stronger. It's really exhilarating to take physical risks. I mean, for all of us, it's exhilarating to take physical risks. And so I think that's part of it. Their bodies are constantly being pushed in new ways.
Oh, that looks gorgeous, Jodie. It adds so much. Beautiful.
I'm speaking with the young people. There's such a huge level of excitement and buzz about the group, you know, and for a group that just came together for a day, they've really bonded and really brought a huge amount of energy to it. So it's fantastic that they're here in the Civic and they've been given an opportunity to perform like in a proper, you know, full-scale theatre.
You go beyond what you think you're capable of because you get caught up in the moment. And I think that's actually true also for the able-bodied young people who come in, because there's a fear for them. I mean, some of them may never have related to people with disabilities before. They might be scared about touching people with disabilities, might be scared of looking at people with disabilities. And all that gets broken down in this really non-verbal way very quickly, and it builds up such a quick level of trust that I think it just makes people be more physically expressive than they think they're capable of.
I like what the blending of the physically disabled and the physically able people and the disabled people blended together so well, as if they've been rehearsing for quite some time. You know? I thought it was great.
I think it's a great reaction to see how they all interact with one another, and I just think it's marvellous because it's totally new to us, completely new to us, because we're inclined to put people on different levels, you know, be able, disabled, but in that it's just one show. You don't even think about that.
Doing the performance and the workshop is part of this kicking off of a long-term project. We really thought it was a good way to address barriers and stereotypes about disability within the group themselves that a lot of people would just have out of, you know, kind of lack of knowledge and understanding about disability. And it's a great way to celebrate at the Civic that process that you know, kind of even we're going through ourselves.
I thought it was very good. It was very interesting to see how the kids that aren't sort of used to wheelchairs and that incorporated so much of it into the dance so quickly. They got really used to the kids, you know. It was very good.
My first reaction was when the girls got into the row in front of us. They were wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, I don't know if they'd actually met the people in wheelchairs before, But if they didn't, what they did was just astounding.
Great to see there was no barriers whatsoever, and the integration. They were just young people, just happy, working together and enjoying themselves.
I think something like dance, especially where it's very physical, people are touching, they're doing routines together, they're moving and working with each other. That breaks down a huge amount of barriers, and I think it gives people a chance to realise that disability is not something that defines the young people. It's just an aspect of their lives.
At least for them to know that they are not different from other people. It's very, very good.
It really challenges your ability, and it turns out you've a lot more than you actually think you have.